Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. If you want to support our programs, our M-Pesa number is down there. You can send your support towards this bench as we keep on informing you each and every day. When Sifuna was expelled from ODM, I raised a concern and I announced publicly, for those of you who follow my videos, I said that yes, Oburu has chased Sifuna from the party, but he's going to regret it. Oburu has created a hero out of Sifuna. Oburu has created a movement out of Sifuna. And you remember, personally, Kakasungura, I did a promotion. Nilifanya promotion ya kupromote page ya Sifuna. When Sifuna was expelled, page ya Sifuna ilikuwa 600 followers. But as of now, imepita 1 million followers. Nilisema kwamba ndio wamefukuza mwenye chama kwa sababu Sifuna ndiye alikuwa ameshikilia chama cha ODM kama SG. Ni mtu ambaye you could not easily manipulate. Ni mtu ambaye aliamini katika uongozi wa Raila Odinga. He worked with Raila. He knew what Raila wanted. And even before Raila Odinga's death, Raila announced in public and said, mtu anayezungumza kwa niaba ya chama anaitwa Sifuna. Ukisikia Sifuna ameongea, wewe jua kwamba chama cha ODM kimeongea. Kuna hao wangwana wanajiita Linda Ground. Linda Ground ni hao ambao ni akina Oburu na wengine. These individuals are feeling it hot. And some of them are even yearning to come back to Sifuna, but wameshindwa which criteria they will use to join Sifuna. Mwili wao upo katika chama cha Oburu, lakini roho ipo katika chama cha Sifuna. Can we listen to what Millie Odhiambo said?
And I want to say here, without fear, that I had warned even against us chasing Sifuna from the party. And the reason is because I knew by the nature of his politics, he was bound at some point to leave. Yeah. But when we mistreat somebody, then we make him a hero. We have created a hero out of Sifuna. I'm not saying he's not a hero, but he wasn't what he is now. Our mistreating Sifuna is what has made Sifuna a hero. So let us be careful the way we are dealing with our issues. When Mini raised these things, some goons were sent to beat me in Kilifi. When I raised these issues, I was shouted down in Kisumu. But I will say without fear that as a party that I love, we must strengthen our party. And that show of strengthening our party means there must be internal party democracy.
Linda Ground, Linda Tumbo, Linda State House walifikiria that Sifuna will be chased in Kisumu. Walifikiria that Sifuna will be blocked from accessing Kisumu. Walifikiria people will not come to welcome Sifuna and Babu Wino. So they were seated somewhere watching to an amusement. They were proved wrong. Thousands of people came to Kisumu and mobilized. We never saw school buses. We never saw Nissans. People came out of goodwill to listen to their leaders. And let me read for you what Ruth Odinga said. To the people of Kisumu, I say a heartfelt thank you. Today, that was yesterday, you demonstrated to the world that Kisumu remains a bastion of peace and democratic maturity. Despite the tension fueled by a few, you chose to engage with dignity and decorum. However, we must address the disappointing events that preceded this successful day. It is a matter of public record that some certain leaders attempted to block this meeting, going as far as mobilizing and funding a section of the youth to disrupt the rally. That is MP Atandi. Fortunately, their attempt backfired. You saw through these tactics and refused to be used as pawns in a game of political sabotage. I want to be very clear. Transactional politics has no room in our present times. The days of treating our youth as hired muscles or commodities to be bought for a few coins are over. Politics of the pocket is a direct insult to the intelligence of our voters and a threat to democracy. The freedoms of movement and association are not favors granted by individuals. They are sacred rights enshrined in our Bill of Rights. Sorry. True leaders with hearts and minds through dialogue and ideas, not through intimidation or the exploitation of our people, of our young people. I have seen Ruth Odinga shared one of the photos from Kisumu. And this particular post has so far garnered 32,000 likes, 5,000 comments, 408 shares. This tells you what? You've heard what Millie Mabona has said, the bad girl. The bad girl has said, I knew and I warned that Sifuna was the ODM. You expel Sifuna, you create a movement out of him. And truth has revealed itself. You know, Sifuna comes from Western Kenya, right? Some people in the Linda Ground ODM are surprised on how the mantle has been handed over to a stranger in the party. I'm speaking in parapush, but I hope you understood. The strangers in the Linda Ground ODM party are surprised that the mantle has been transferred to a stranger and is gaining influence and is shaking political foundations. You remember Ruth Odinga warned Atandi when Atandi came into the public saying he won't allow the Kisumu rally to continue. Ruth Odinga wrote a warning post. That was 3 days ago. We must uphold constitutional freedoms and party unity. It is deeply regrettable that an elected member of parliament, a leader entrusted with the representation of the people, could publicly declare a political rally will not be allowed to happen in Kisumu. That is Ruth Odinga, who is castigating Atandi for declaring that Sifuna's rally was not going to happen in Kisumu. But allow me to say this. We are in Kenya, and I will be here until 2027. Their leaders, ngojeni bunge livunjwe. Kuna watu katika Linda Ground. The signs are very clear, the writings are on the wall, who are going to join Sifuna and form a movement ahead of 2027. Just keep watch. God bless you.